Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Heat Seeker Outdoors. On today's episode, we're going to be on the trap line here in southern Indiana. We're more seasonal trappers here. You know, after deer season's over is when we start trapping. I know guys that trapped early season here in Indiana, coyotes and coons and everything, did really well. For us, the weather, once we started trapping, really took a turn for the worse. We had a lot of ice, things like that, so we weren't that successful. But we had a good time doing it. I want to give a huge shout out to J3 Outdoors, one of our partners. They build hands down one of the best trap tools that I've seen come along since I've started trapping. The Hags bracket and the Hags spring clip. And honestly, for water trapping, for land trapping, it changes the game for us. So I want to give them a big shout out. Thank you, J3 Outdoors. We hope you enjoy this episode, and let's go. Hey everybody, we're a couple months out from trapping season here in Indiana, and we're doing a little bit of modifying to our traps today. We like to kind of get some new traps, you know, not all at one time because it's a pretty pricey purchase, but we usually buy 2 or 3 a month here, there, whatever, and make it work. So today we're going to show you what we do on our coyote setup in particular, just to show you the modifications that we make to the traps. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so the trap we're using today that we're going to do a little modifying to is the MB550 with the offset jaw. There's really not a better predator trap on the market as far as we're concerned. The cast jaws, just the lifespan's forever. Nice big pan. All the MB550s come night latched, so you don't even have to do any modifying there. Base plate with the D, and then each one of them comes with a couple swivels. So the base trap, this is what you get on 550 when you get it. Nothing wrong with it really. It's an out of the box kind of trap as it is, but we like to add just a little bit to it. So we start here, got our snap ring, and then we add a swivel and about 6 to 8 inches more chain. Got trap tag. All my stuff has my name, my phone number, and the town that I live in on it. So if anybody would ever have any questions, they could just give me a shout if they found the trap. We added another swivel here, and then the JC Connor shock spring. When you're trapping coyotes or bobcats, any kind of larger predator animal, they're going to put a lot of wear and tear on the trap here. This will save a lot of that, and it's actually, I mean, it takes quite a bit to compress that shock, so a lot of the shock load that those coyotes or those larger animals are putting on the trap is going to be absorbed through here. And after that, we just reattach that here with a pre-bent rivet into our other crunch proof swivel, and that trap right there will wax, dye, and it'll be ready to set in the ground. So we're going to show you step by step each thing that we're going to do as we go, and there you go. Alright, so in these first thing that we're going to actually do is we're going to install the J.C. Connor shock spring. There's an instruction little page with the packaging. Basically, there's a dull side and there's a sharp side on each one of these. The sharp sides will go together. Spring obviously goes in the middle. So that's what we need right there. Right there, and make our connection. Now we're going to bend our rivet into place. We're going to do the same thing on the other side with a crunch-proof swivel. Like so. And we've got about, there's our 6 inches or so of chain. Come in here, attach that. We're going to bend that rivet. I'm using just a standard bench vise for these. They actually make tools that make this a lot easier, but for me this vise works perfect. So last thing we're going to do is put a swivel on the end. Right there. Nope. Okay, after that we're going to add our snap ring. And that's what we're going to use to attach to our cable stakes. Last thing that we do, alright, last thing, trap tag. I'll squeeze that around. Now we got that. So that's basically it, guys, on what we're doing to modify our MB550 traps to put in the ground this winter for coyotes, and hopefully we'll be successful with that and won't be too hard on our traps now. Hey everybody, it's Brian and Joey here. We're headed down. We're in Switzerland County. We're going down today to 2 things. Going to do some shed hunting, if they've dropped, and we're going to set some more traps. That's our last push. Coyote season's in for a little while longer. We're just going to make this final little push on those and try to get some of those knocked out, and so not so hard on the fawns this year. So hopefully find some nice sheds and maybe catch a few dogs, maybe kill a few dogs. Not the animal that we were targeting this morning, but at least we caught something. So we're gonna get him taken care of and get on down. got every color we could ask for, and I think we used a little bit of Vixen Elixir, Top Dog Predator bait, and Long Distance Predator. So now that this is all tore up and everything, it's perfect to reset, and we'll get, I mean, we should have plenty of time to catch a few more before the end of the season. So we're going to get him taken care of and move on down. Alright everybody, we're here, we got a remake done. Caught this morning, and we ended up caught a nice big mature female, and so there's obviously a lot of good eye appeal to this set now with the catch circle and things like that. All we did was throw just a little bit of peat moss and make the blood kind of go away with that, and then we just threw a little bit of grass and a couple pieces of corn stubble and stuff just to kind of blend it back in. Redug our dirt hole, re-lured, re-urined, and we're going to be ready for hopefully another one in the morning. Hey everybody, Southern Indiana here. We got our first red fox of the year. We used Vixen Elixir from Leatherwood Creek Trapping Sense and Hoosier Trapper Supply, and then we're also, this is one of our Bridger number 2s that we use. We kind of split between Bridger number 2 and the MB 550. As we replace the Bridger number 2s, we've been replacing them with the MB 550, just a little better trap all around. So pretty happy about this. Top Dog Predator bait, Vixen Elixir, and maybe even a little bit of Long Distance Predator on this, just because we're later in the season and we want to have that added skunk essence and things that kind of bring it in a little bit later. So pretty happy. First fox of the year. We're going to skin him out and get him taken care of. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Heat Seeker Outdoors on the Trap Line. Be sure to check back with us next time as the weather takes a turn for the worse and puts our trapping skills to the test.